Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Lon G here, and today I am making a video of my updated duty belt. This is year 2025, and this is going to be the very first time you guys see me with basket weave duty belt. That's right, I've switched over from leather to basket weave. If you guys paid attention to my previous videos, I have used plain leather and nylon, but now I switched over to basket weave, and I have been using this setup for the last 8 months to a year now, and I have no complaints over it. So I didn't want to switch back over, so I'm gonna stick with the basket weave for now. So the belt itself is Bianchi with Cobra buckle. The Cobra buckle did not come with the belt, but I got it from elsewhere, and I swapped it for the plastic ones. I did not like the plastic buckle, but because the Cobra buckles are more durable and they are stronger. This here is my centrifuge tourniquet holder for my duty weapon holster. The reason this is not on the duty holster is because I have ordered a new tourniquet. The tourniquet that I have right now is on my vest. It's got one of those Molly straps that I just put it on my vest. But I just have recently gotten this, and I am going to order a new holder so I can fit it on here and bolt it to my duty holster. So for now, that one's going to stay off. So from left to right, very left is my double mag holder holding my Glock 17 magazines. There are two of those, holding the Hornady Critical Duty Plus P ammo. Those are law enforcement only ammo. So next to my mag holders is my taser. This is the Taser 7 with a Safariland SLS holster. This is basically a level 2 holster. It is black. I wanted a yellow one, but I found a black one instead. But I've got two different cartridges. One is a 15-foot and one is a 25-foot. The reason why I set it up this way is so if I happen to tase somebody, if you are very close to me, close enough for me to tase you with a 15-foot, I don't want to use a 25-foot, and vice versa. If you're running away from me and you're getting away, I am going to switch over to the 25-foot. And also, this taser holds both cartridges, and it's got two LED red lasers instead of one, like the X26 series. The reason why I like this taser better than the X26s is because when you dry stun, you push a side button, and it'll come on just like that. You don't have to take the cartridges out or anything. It does have, like I said, two lasers. It's basically showing you the approximate location of where the prones will hit once you pull the trigger and you shoot out the prones. Batteries at 4 out of 5 bars. I will be ordering a new battery soon, but so far it still works and it's still good enough, and it'll still last me a while. After my taser is my key holder. It's basically holding an extra key for my car, my patrol car, and 2 extra handcuff keys. The reason why I have an extra car key is because when I am at work, I leave my car running, and even when I step away from my car, I still keep it running, so I just lock the door and so when I come back, I can just open the door with the spare key. Because like I said, I do not turn my car off during patrol. I do vehicle patrol. I am not stationary, so I don't turn it off and turn it back on. That's just going to waste more gas. So after my key is my Stinger flashlight. This is different than what I had. The one that I had is the ProTech. This is it's the other one is also Streamlight, but this one is the Stinger, which is a little larger than the ProTech. I still have the ProTech. It's sitting in my center console in my vehicle as a backup light. And away from that is my Safariland radio holder. It's a 360 degree swivel. You can take the radio off, and if you don't need your radio for the day, or you're doing a special event or whatever, you don't need your radio or whatever, you don't have to walk around with an empty radio pouch. And inside my radio pouch is the Echo 911 radio with a shoulder mic, which is right here. If you guys don't know what Echo 911 is, it is a public safety dispatch system. Security personnel uses it. Private police, some private police uses, like hospital police, school police, whatever. They might use these. Those radios are very, very, very good to have. It can run plates. It can, you do have a CAD system. I have those. I have that, which, all the notes from the call or your patrol hit or whatever, it'll be on there. You can run a plate instead of having them reading it back to you in the over the air or over the radio. You can just say, hey, drop it in my box or drop it in my CAD for me, and it'll appear on your CAD, which I run off of my iPad in my vehicle. And so outside of that is my glove pouch. This is a Safariland glove pouch. It could be Bonky. I'm not sure what brand this is, but inside of it, I have a boatload of gloves, rubber gloves, because like I said, I work patrol and I go to 7, 8, 9 different properties a night. I don't know what I can run into, so I keep that in the direct center of my back, and that's the only thing I'll keep in the center of my back. So just in case if I fall onto this, it ain't gonna hurt me, versus if I put a pair of handcuffs right here. So after that is my ASP handcuffs, and an ASP Federal handcuff holder. I think this is the Federal one, I believe. And inside of that is the Model 200 ASP hinged handcuffs. Those are the older version. I still like those. Those are my backups. Instead of carrying one Smith & Wesson and one ASP. So I switched over to 2 ASPs. I still have my Smith & Wesson hinged handcuffs. It's on my desk. I use that on other duties. But during patrol, this is what I use. And in front of my handcuffs is my ASP baton. This is the 16-inch ASP baton. This is not an off-brand or anything. This is the actual ASP baton. So it's sitting in a Safariland baton holder. It does swivel. It can swivel it can swivel away from your duty weapon, but it won't swivel towards it. So it does not hinder or does not interfere with the drawing of my duty weapon. So in front of that is my Safariland 7000 series duty holster. holding my Glock 17 Gen 4 with the extended magazine. I believe it's a 19 round, 20 round with, if you add the one that's in the chamber. And I do have the Safariland QLS fork, QLS system. So if I have to take my gun out, I don't have to walk around with the empty holster. To me, an empty holster makes you look sloppy. So if I have to take something off, I prefer to just take the whole thing off. I mean, besides the handcuffs, now the handcuffs, if you use it on somebody, you know, when PD gets over here, they'll take it out and switch it to theirs or whatever. But, you know, but either way, guys, I think walking around with a empty holster make you look very sloppy. So anyway, this is the, like I said, the Safariland 7000 series. I think this is 7360, if I'm not mistaken. It's a RDS compatible holster with the weapon light. Let me just pull it out real quick here. As you guys can tell, this is the Glock 17 Gen 4 with optic red dot and a TLR1 weapon tech light. This is the, like I said, the Gen 4 version, not the Gen 5. I believe the Gen 4s shoot better than the Gen 5s because I used to have a Gen 5. I believe, this is only my opinion, that the Gen 4 is a perfect version away from the Gen 3 and the Gen 5. I believe Gen 4 is a better gun than the Gen 3 and the Gen 5. And like I said, I have the extended mag. This is not the one that came, or this is not the same color. It's not the black mag. I'm not worried about the color. It doesn't bother me. You can't hardly tell anyway that it's a tan magazine instead of a black magazine. I got this, I traded somebody with extra pair of handcuffs that I didn't want. So I got that. But yeah, my gun is a very nice one. It's got the optic and the light on it and the extended mag. So I'm very happy with it. So away from that, my handcuffs, this is the newest and the greatest handcuffs that I have with one of these Asp polymer cases, or they call that the skeleton case or whatever. There's so many names for it, but it's basically one button to release and you take it out. This is the Asp chain model 525 with push button double lock and blue line handcuffs. Those are my favorite. That's why they're up front. My back ones are my backup. Like I said, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really have a preference when it comes to it. It's just situational based what handcuffs I use. Now, if I cuff a female, of course, I'm not going to use chained because, you know, obvious reasons. Or, you know, or if I cuff somebody that is uncooperative, I don't want to give them that much of a wiggle room. So I'll just use the hinged cuffs instead of the chained, because the hinged cuffs does have less wiggle room. And last but not least is my Veprotec, or Vexor, not Veprotec, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about handcuffs. Is my Vexor MK4 pepper spray. They're not the Saber Reds. These are actually hotter than Saber Reds, in my opinion, better. Because, like I said, they are hotter. Those are the original stuff. They use those at the county jail. A lot of people I see, they do carry Sabre Reds, but I think the MK4s are more effective than the Sabre Reds. Hey, it's preference. If you guys like the Sabre Reds, stick with it. But if you guys don't know what pepper spray to get, I say try them both. But I prefer the MK4s. Like I said, they're more effective in my opinion. I have used the Sabre Reds before if you paid attention to my older videos. But yeah, and it's a open top holder, so I can just pull it out instead of opening a tab and stuff like that. To me, that's just unnecessary things to get something out. Now if it comes to your gun, yeah, but something non-lethal, especially pepper spray, I mean, but this is the other end of my Cobra buckle. And then outside of that, I wear 5 belt keepers. They're basket weave belt keepers as well. So that's it, guys. So, this is what I'm running, and that's what I'm gonna keep. I'm not going to switch over to the leathers anymore, at least not for a while. But guys, I suggest you guys, if you guys do decide to run one kind of belt and not the other, I suggest you guys make the investment and buy matching gear. I know there are 2 things on my duty belt that is mismatching, which is the handcuffs and the taser holster. And the only reason for that, because I don't think they make a basket weave version of this holster yet. But if they do, and you guys know they do, send me a link, comment me a link on YouTube, and I will buy it. But that one, and also this, they don't make a basket weave version of this. I wish they did, because if they did, I would buy it. But unfortunately, I haven't found any. So, but you guys, if you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, make sure you put it in the comment area. I will get back to you guys. And also, I will be making another video of my patrol vehicle. I have had upgrades on the patrol vehicle. I'm not gonna disclose it until the next video. So you guys stay tuned for that. Take care. Have a nice day.